Hello lovely people, welcome back to my channel, or hello if you're new. Thank you for being here. I've got some unboxing to do. Well, I lie, I have actually unboxed everything already. I did it yesterday because I was a little bit impatient and I didn't want to pick the camera up yesterday because I think I've come to the realisation that I've got a little bit burnout. Someone, I'm so sorry, I can't remember who it was, left a comment on last week's or the week before's studio vlog saying you might be feeling down because you might be burnt out, and to be honest, thinking about it, I think I am. So I'm trying to be kind to myself. I'm trying to just work with how I'm feeling rather than kind of putting pressure onto things. I'm sorry if you can hear the dog sniffing this cardboard box right now. But yesterday I had a really exciting delivery. I forgot to add the clip in for last week's studio vlog, but I unboxed these tiny little mugs and I was really excited about them because they are adorable. I really thought they could be perfect for kind of velvetizer hot chocolates. If you have a velvetizer, I think this just about fits a portion of velvetizer hot chocolate in it, and I thought that would be perfect, or maybe for children and things, like a mummy and me kind of style mug. Unfortunately, as you can tell by this print that you can hardly see, my mug press doesn't close tight enough for these mugs. It's an auto heat press and it doesn't close tight enough, which is a little bit annoying, but it is what it is. At the end of the day, not being able to print tiny mugs isn't the end of the world. If I decide I want to do it in the future, I could probably buy a mug press that will work with these, but right now, if you have the Locklick auto tumbler press, you can't press these tiny mugs, just a heads up. So that's an issue I came across last week, and then I ended up ordering some mugs from a different company that allowed me to order singles and also like a box of 18. And this company, they come in boxes. I think it was called like DIY sublimations, something along those lines. And also, if I keep fiddling with my hair, it's because I did like heatless curls last night and it didn't go quite right, but I just wanted to change up how I was looking a bit. I thought it might help with my mind a little bit at the moment, try and make myself look a bit more presentable. But to be honest, this bit just hasn't, nothing's happened, but it's fine. It is what it is. Let me show you what we've got. So firstly, everything came packaged really nicely, lots of eco packaging, which I was happy about. We do have some bubble wrap, but I'm going to reuse that where I can. I did order one mug in a different design, so I've got 18 mugs. I just decided to go for 18 because the shipping was quite expensive and I want to make mugs, and the reality is I'm going to go through a few before I get something right. So I thought I'm going to order 18, but I ordered one of these mugs, which I won't try for a little while, but I saw them and I thought I need to try it. This is a mug with a little heart handle. I just had this idea of putting my Love You Bud tulips on here. This is the enamel pin, the Love You Bud enamel pin, so it's two tulips kind of hugging each other, and they're really cute. And my thought was, how cute would that be on a little mug with a heart handle? And it's not too bad to hold either. Like, I've held some really bad mug handles before and this isn't one of them. Like, it's a little bit annoying, but it's very usable. Like, I think it's good. I think it's a good handle. So I've ordered one of those, and again, I'm not going to try it for a while just because I've only got one, so I need to at least get my settings better before I use this. But if that goes well, that could be a really lovely one to add to the shop, and they all come in boxes as well, which is amazing. I'll just need to package them up better than they are in here because they move quite a lot. The other thing I ordered, so in last week's vlog I mentioned I was having trouble with these mouse pads because they are actually slightly grey rather than a bright white. In certain lights they do look white, but then when you put it against something white, they're not quite white. So I noticed that this website had some PU leather mouse pads, which is a vegan leather, and this is what they look like. They are hard backed, but it doesn't, because of the material on the front, it doesn't show the dark through it, which I think makes it a bit whiter. You see, there is a little bit of a difference there. So I ordered a couple of these and we're going to try them out, probably again with the same design. I don't know when I'm going to try them out yet, but I thought I I don't know how I feel about how they look in comparison to the round ones. I quite like the round ones, like the softness, and my brand has quite a lot of softness in it, and I feel like this is less soft. I mean, it does have rounded corners, which is a nice touch, but I'm not 100% sure, but we're going to give it a go anyway, because I might like the print quality a lot more, and maybe that will make me enjoy this a little bit more. But I got some of those to try. And then I got a big old box, it's quite a heavy one to be fair, like this, of normal standard 11-ounce mugs, if I can get a box out. Again, they all come in their own boxes with their protective plastic on them. Again, I will just reuse these materials. So these are the mugs we now have, and these do fit in my mug press. I did try, they fit quite snug, which is nice, and it means that we should get a nice tight print on them. That's my hope anyway. My brain is going through so many ideas at the moment. I'm trying to calm myself down because even though I'm burnt out and exhausted mentally and physically, like the idea of making things like this that I've wanted to do for so long is quite exciting. But then there's this like weird exhaustion and like, but I can't be bothered. So like my brain's like, yeah, let's do something, and I'm like, but I can't. We might try one soon. And just see how it goes, because I am intrigued. But yeah, those are my mugs. That is everything I've bought sublimation wise. Mugs I think are going to be the next thing we try. Once that kind of goes better, I'd love to try the tumblers that HDV Ron very kindly sent me. They're like metal flask tumblers, and I just have this vision of my chocolate covered strawberries all over that, and I think it would look pretty cute, at least I hope so. So yeah, that's my little haul. I have Patreon mail that needs to go out. It's the 1st of May today. I don't know where the month has gone, the month of April. Like, it's been almost a month since my Kickstarter ended. Everything is in production. I ordered the stickers the other day because Zap Creatives had a 30% off sticker deal, so I thought, right, I'm just going to order those. I was going to make them, something else for me to do, so I thought, no, I'm going to get someone else to do it, less for me to worry about, because Stationery Fest is now less than 2 months away. So I'm feeling a little nervous, excited, nervous, overwhelmed. I'm just feeling a lot of stuff, so I need to take things easier at the moment, allow myself to recover a bit, and get ready to prep for Stationery Fest. I'm gonna get on with Patreon Happy Mail I think now, create my Cricut files, and get those ready to send out, so they're done and I don't need to worry. Otherwise I'll end up leaving it till really late, so yeah. I could have thrown my Cricut out of the window yesterday. I actually ended up, for the first time in ages, cutting out some stickers by hand. My Cricut worked amazingly with like the individual stickers for the sticker packs, like these little ones that are going like in the Patreon goodie boxes. Like, how cute is that? And the cut line is so good. I'm super happy with that. And then I thought that I'd make some packaging stickers like this. So it says, when life gives you lemons, sticker pack. So the idea is that make something good, like, you know, these are all good things. At least I think so. I hope other people agree with me. And my Cricut, I used a different paper. I just used my matte paper that I used to use for stickers, but I upgraded to like a matte vinyl. It's much nicer quality. My Cricut, the 3 different prints that I tried wouldn't register the cut lines. I did the, you know, where you like colour in the black a bit more. Like, I tried lots of different things to get it to scan and it didn't work. So I actually ended up cutting these all out by hand. And I could have gone mad. I decided not to turn the camera on because I was in such a bad mood cutting these out. I didn't do too bad of a job, but I really regretted adding on these little kind of things, because obviously I was hoping the Cricut was going to do it, but it didn't work. So I I did it all yesterday. I've packaged up some of the Happy Mail. I think I've got 10, no, I've got 12 I think that need to go. I've still got a few more to do, so we're going to do those together later. I'm actually going out with my family today. We're going to a local town where I actually used to go to school, so I'm a bit nervous about going because I have this weird fear that I'm going to bump into someone that I know and I don't want to have to talk to them. It's not really bad. It's really bad because I'm like, hi, what are you doing now? And even though I'm obviously so happy with this, and I have kind of got my description of what I do down a little bit, I just don't want to have that conversation, you know? But it's fine. If we bump into people, it's fine. It's not just me. I'll have my mum and my sister and my niece with me, so we can chat about them. But we'll see how it goes. I'm sure it will be absolutely fine. I'm sure if I see people, it'll be quite nice anyway. But you know, when you just worry about it, that's how I'm feeling. We're just gonna get a coffee, I think. I don't have energy for much more at the moment. Like I said, I've realised I'm a bit burnt out, and then you throw in chronic illness and it just becomes quite difficult. But I've been trying to implement a few things to make myself feel a bit better, because I think, like I said yesterday, when you're feeling burnt out, you tend to kind of neglect yourself a little bit, and I just hadn't been, like, I've been brushing my teeth, but I haven't really been doing my skincare routine or doing like my hair or putting nicer clothes on. Like, I haven't really kind of been getting ready. Even though I tend to stay in my comfies on the bottom half, and I do often wear jumpers. It's coming up to a nicer season, and I thought I'd start with doing my hair. So last night, night before last, I did the curl thing. It didn't go great. And then last night I did plaits, which I've done loads before, but I don't think my hair was wet enough. Like, I did spritz it, but I think I needed to spritz it a bit more because normally it's a bit more wavy, and then I've had to put some of the hair back because it was really like a lion's mane. So I'm gonna get my hair thinned, I think, in the next couple of weeks. I don't know why I told you that. There you go. This is from plaits. Anyway, I will check in with you later. I've had a really lovely flurry of orders. I think I had 3 yesterday, which I wasn't expecting at all. And I think I've had 11 since the 26th of April. So in a week, I've had 11 orders, which is basically 1 every day. Some days 2 when you like spread it out, which is insane. And I'm so grateful. Thank you so much if you're supporting my shop. It means the absolute world. I spent a lot of money recently on getting Kickstarter pins, and I actually ordered double the kind of amount that I needed because I wanted to make sure I had stock for the shop and stock for Stationery Fest. I've also ordered the lanyards, and essentially I don't have any Kickstarter money left, and then I still have to ship everything. It was a sacrifice that I spoke to my husband about. Like, we went through it together and like made sure we did the right thing. But essentially the last thing I wanted to do was to order what I needed plus a few for the Kickstarter, and they sell really well in the shop or really well at Stationery Fest, and then I don't have the funds to reorder them. Like, it just didn't make sense for me to do that. So I think I've got about 60 tap pins that are going out in Kickstarter parcels. I've got to allow about 10% for seconds and things, which is 10, so that's 70. That leaves me with 30. And when I put them in the shop and everything, that's not that many. Like, I could easily shift those in 6 months, maybe sooner if the design's good. Like, my Every Step is Growth pin, I sell all the time, and I really hope that this is another one of those pins for me. Another thing is, I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to try my best to remember about copyright in this studio vlog, because I think some of you might find it really helpful, but I'm not going to go into it right now because I've got to keep an eye on the time and I don't want to chat for ages. But I'll talk you through later kind of what I've been implementing into my business a little bit. Where was I going with that? I've got 200 tap pins coming, 150 of each mini pin. So I'm going to have lots of stock left. It just allows me to, like, the profit margin is slightly better, so it allows me to do sales and promotions and things like that. It just works out better, and even though all the Kickstarter money is gone, I'm going to have lots of stock, so then there is profit in the rest of that stock. If you're planning a Kickstarter, sit down and work it all out. It's amazing to make profit on a Kickstarter, but that's money you wouldn't have anyway. So if there have been things you've been wanting to buy, things you've been, or maybe you're wanting to order more of a certain thing or something, like sit down and work out kind of how you're going to feel in the different scenarios. Like, how are you going to feel with the profit, and what are you going to spend that money on? Are you just going to put it in your savings? Are you going to save it for your taxes? Are you going to, like, where is that going to go? Or could you spend it on more stock or new stock and it actually go somewhere intentional? It just depends, everybody's different. But for this Kickstarter for me, I spent it on other product. In the past I've just had profit and I've used that in the future for other things, or I've treated myself to something nice, like going out for food or getting some new clothes, things like that. So weigh it up, see how you're feeling, what's coming up in your business journey, and where you could maybe implement those funds to help you a little bit more, because it's money. Kickstarter money is kind of money you wouldn't have had anyway. At least that's kind of how I think about it, so I'm not beating myself up. Of course though, don't be like me. Make sure you have money for the shipping, so you don't have to do that out of your pocket, especially when that's going to cost you £250 minimum, which is fine. Anyway, I'm gonna go now. I've been talking for ages. Hello, it is now my Friday. I am back to packing my Patreon stuff. My plan is to get it out today. I honestly don't know where the last few days have gone. I can't even remember what day I made these. I think it was Wednesday. And I really thought that I would have had it all done by now, but it just hasn't happened, especially with the issue that I have with the Cricut. So that just took me way longer than I thought it was going to take me. So I'm just making up the little sticker packs. They are looking really, really cute. I'll pop a little overlay of all the little stickers that are going in the pack, because I don't think I showed you properly, but essentially it is just like nice little things you can make with lemons, or like lemon scented things, as a kind of positive to the quote "when life gives you lemons," because it's a negative quote, isn't it? And then when it says like make lemonade, it means turn something or bring something good out of the bad. So that's kind of the theme of this Happy Mail. So you get a little sticker pack, and then my blimmin' hand cut stickers, which are a nightmare to peel as well, just on the front. Like, it's just a chunky little sticker pack. There are 10 stickers in here. Normal sticker packs, or most sticker packs, are, you know, 4 to 5 stickers, where there are 10 in here. So I really hope my patrons love these. I'm going to try and get them out today. I've just got to sort the shipping labels once these are all packed. And I did print more of, where did I put it? I don't know where it is right now. Oh, it's up there. The paper, like the pretty paper for the Patreon parcels. And I have just realised, don't think oh no, I do. I've got enough Patreon stickers. I panicked then, thought I didn't have enough. So I'm going to get this done. I also just wanted to quickly share this. I do trying different crafts and hobbies over on Patreon as like the exclusive videos. I'm going to start changing it up a little bit. We're going to do crafts and hobbies as kind of a series over on Patreon. But if you'd like to see any tutorials and things from me, anything you think would benefit you on like a Patreon platform, let me know in the comments, because I really want to offer things that will help you as well, especially if you're a business owner or you're thinking of kind of going into the small business world. Like, if there's anything you'd find useful, please let me know. But this month I tried out diamond painting, and this is a little like kit that I got for my birthday of different national parks. I can't remember which one this is exactly, but it's so pretty. I don't think the camera's going to pick it up, but it is really shiny. Can you see that? There's like a little twinkle on there. I do need to seal it with some Mod Podge, just to make sure nothing comes off it, but I was really happy with this came out, and I really enjoyed it, so I just thought I'd share that with you. If you want to see the process of that like coming together, that is a Patreon exclusive video that is already up. So yeah, I'm going to get on with packing Patreon now, and I'll chat to you in a little bit, and we're going to chat through the copyright thing that I've just sorted for my Every Step is Growth pin, because I really think you'll find it helpful. Okay, so Patreon Happy Mail is ready to go. I just need to sort the shipping labels and then they can head out. But I just wanted to chat to you really quickly about copyright, because I mentioned quite a few weeks ago now that I was in the process of kind of copywriting my Every Step is Growth pin design. So if you've been following the vlogs for a while or follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I had my enamel pin design stolen. I don't know from where, but it was being sold on Temu, Shein, eBay, Amazon, Etsy. Like, there were other Etsy listings selling like the fake version. So this is the fake version. This is the real version. My sister bought this so that I could use it in a video to kind of talk about this a little bit, raise a little bit of awareness. And yeah, it's just this teeny tiny little knockoff pin, and I'm feeling much better about it now than when it happened. I kind of reached a point of not really caring, and I really wanted to kind of stop that mindset because it was exhausting. Like, I was getting things taken down and then they'd appear again, and it just became an endless cycle of stress, and I just decided I didn't want to worry about it anymore. And then I thought, no, this is my design. I worked hard on this design. It is my bestseller, and it brings, like, without this design my shop wouldn't have consistent sales like it does. That is the item that sells the most. I think since I've had that pin, I've sold around 450 of them, which is insane, and I'm just so grateful to have it, and I'm so glad that people love it. So I was looking into copyright a bit with the help of my mum. My mum was kind of helping me behind the scenes look at different ways of protecting my artwork, and essentially copyright exists from the moment something is created, but the issue is it's really hard to prove that it's yours and to kind of give evidence to say that something is yours. So there is a website called Protect My Work. They are an independent witness agent. I have paid a yearly subscription, which is around £50 with VAT. So once a year I'll pay £50, and then when you sign up you get these things called tokens, and when you sign up you get 5 of these. You can buy these at £1 each, I think they are. There might be VAT on top, so it might be £1.20 for a token, but each token gets you a certificate. So even though copyright exists from the moment it's created, this gives you a little bit of like strength when it comes to talking to people. Because one of the issues I had was I spoke to Amazon and they were like, unless you can send us files of proof that it's yours, we can't take this shop's listings down, which is a bit frustrating but also understandable because I could be anyone, and I didn't want to send my artwork files across to someone that I didn't know. I didn't want to send them my original kind of copies of things. It just didn't feel right. So I thought, right, how can I go about this? So a couple of days ago I generated my first certificate. By the way, this sounds incredibly sponsored, I've just realised. It's not at all. I will leave links down below because I think I can get an affiliate link that will get you free tokens when you sign up. I just thought people would benefit from this because it seems like a really good way to give yourself a bit of extra support when it comes to your artwork. And they don't just protect artwork, they protect loads of different things. So if I go to their homepage, it says logos and marketing material, music, education and training, artwork, software, literature, dramatic works. Then it's got subcategories on all of those. So yeah, I've made a certificate for my Every Step is Growth. I have put on my original artworks, because when you generate a certificate you can add on up to 100 megabytes of like files to prove that it's yours, and you can create zips and put those zips in as well. So as long as it doesn't go over 100 megabytes then it's fine. So I've put on the original artworks and the date. So on Procreate you can see like the date that something was created, and you can also sign there. So I screenshotted those, added those in. I did my sketches, I did my first emails with my manufacturer, I did first sales on Etsy of that design, and also the pre-order for that design. I screenshotted photos from Instagram with dates on them and things, and added all of that into one kind of category for that item. So where is my certificate? I'm not going to show you it, but I will kind of give you an idea of what it looks like or what it has on it. So when you go onto your account you click my protected work, and then you get a reference number and a password which you can pass on to people if you need to, and then you get this really cool certificate. So it says when you registered the certificate, who it was registered by, then the copyright owner name, which I've got as Adele Stocker, trading as delliesdesigns, because that was kind of the first thing they suggested for me to do. How I registered it, the IP address and the title, and then in the title I put the date that I created that kind of artwork, and then you've got certificate files. It's just a way of giving yourself a little bit of extra support. I haven't approached anybody with this stuff yet. I'm in the bigging myself up to do it, but I just really wanted to let you know, if you are thinking of ways you can protect yourself but don't want to pay hundreds of pounds per design, which only last for 5 years I think, and it's quite hard to do with artwork and things. Like I was looking on the Gov website and it's more like patents and stuff. Like it's a very, very difficult area to understand, but I felt that I should use this site, and the emails that I've had back and forth have been really supportive and helpful, and everything is just very clear. And I know that all I need to do is gather my information, pop it onto each file, buy the tokens, and like I said, there'll be information on how to kind of look at this website and check it out for yourself, because I don't want to recommend something to you and say it's the best thing in the world when I'm very, very new to it. So yeah, do your own research, have a look into it. But if it's something, if you're worried about your artwork being stolen, or it's already been stolen and you want a little bit of kind of help to seem more professional in the way that you approach things, I think they also give you like cease and desist letters, things like that. Like just there's lots of helpful things on here for those that can't afford solicitors and is that the right people? I don't know, the law people that help with this stuff. So yeah, I really just wanted to kind of share that with you. That's the route that I'm going down for my artwork, and hopefully it will help, and I'll keep you updated if it does. Anyway, I think I might test a mug in a bit with you, and then I'm going to call that an end of studio vlog, because we are on Friday already, which is bonkers. So yeah, I'm going to think about maybe trying a mug. It's got to be done. If I want to make mugs, I've got to try. Just quickly before I go, I've just looking on the Protect My Work website. Firstly, they have loads of useful videos. I just been watching a couple of them and they were very helpful, because I was trying to understand what you get if you sign up. So when you sign up, you'll get 5 free tokens when you sign up. And then there is like, if registered by a registered user, enter their email here. So I will leave my email down below. If you would like to add it, please do, but there is zero pressure. If you do add me there, it gets me 20 free tokens. That's me being completely transparent. It does say that on the website as well. So don't feel like you have to put my email address in there, but if you did decide to use the website, it would be helpful for me to protect my work, but completely up to you. Just thought I'd let you know. Okay, so I'm sticking with the bear design for the first, well, technically the second mug, because we know how the little ones went. I have set the auto press to, it's heating up to 355 for 180 seconds, but I am going to heat this first just to get any possible moisture off of it, because that is really important that you don't have moisture when you're doing sublimation. And I'm doing the bear design again. I did have a comment to try CMYK rather than RGB, so we're going to go with that today. And it's printed really nicely actually. I am really happy with these colours as far as I can tell from this printout. Of course it might change when it goes onto the mug, but I'm going to do one side at a time, so if it goes wrong I can test again on the other side and I'm wasting less product that way. And if it goes right I can just print the same settings and do it on the other side. But yeah, it's just heated up, so I'm going to pop this in here. I should probably put my gloves on in a minute. Pop that in there, and I'm just going to press it for 10 seconds maybe. So it's like all snug in there. Okay. And it should, yeah, it's really snug in there. The little one wasn't snug at all. Okay, so I have popped on one side of the design. I have taped it on all 4, so I kind of taped this side, smoothed it across, and then taped the rest of it so that it's like completely flat on the mug. And then I'm going to pop my gloves on and I'm going to pop this in the machine. Right, I'm going to pop this in on this side. It's nice that you can use both sides. I'm going to pop that into the middle with the handle facing up, I think. And then we're going to press it for 180 seconds at 355 Fahrenheit. I'm hoping that's tight enough. We will find out when it's done, but I've got to wait 180 seconds to find out. it's just a little bit hard to tell because the tiny mugs that I don't know where they are anymore. I think I might have taken one downstairs actually. The tiny mugs, when you put it in, it was very obvious that it wasn't fully wrapped around because there was a gap. Whereas this has like a black line, and I don't know if that's a shadow from it being pressed or if it's not quite snug in there. I've taken it out, it's quite hot at the moment, but I'm gonna leave it to cool before I peel it off because I want to try and avoid ghosting as much as I can, which is where the edge kind of fades a little bit. So I'm gonna leave it. I think maybe the best thing to do is take it off when it's hot, but I feel like if I let it cool down a bit, there's going to be no more transfer, or the ink that's on there is going to cool down. So I'm gonna leave it and hope for the best, I think. So I'm gonna leave it for a couple of minutes and then we'll peel it off. Okay, so I've got my little weeding tool and I'm gonna use that to help me peel off the tape a little bit. I think that's probably a good idea because it's still a little bit hot and I don't want to grab it with my fingers. I'm hoping the tape hasn't left marks either, because I've heard that sometimes the orange tapes can leave marks, but it's the only tape I've got at the moment. So I might look into getting some clear or blue tape, I think you can get. Oh, look! It could look better. This isn't... It's a little bit faded, like... So I'm going to give this one more go on the other side and see how it works out. And if not, I'm just going to try and kind of do this behind the scenes and see if it ends up any better. As you can see, there's still quite a lot of ink on here. Like, a lot of the time this fades out a lot. But they're still both very bright, so... I'm not 100% sure. Okay, so mug is done. Both sides are different. I'm not happy with it. But it's the first mug I've done, so I'm not going to beat myself up. This side is the first side I did. I added more paper to it, and obviously some of that came back off when I put it through the second time, but that was expected because I was putting it through twice, but I didn't want it transferring onto the machine itself. And then this was the second side I did. I went back to the RGB just to see if there was any difference. And I think the colours are a little brighter, but I do think as well that one, the colours come off this side, and two, I think it might have pressed slightly better the second time round because I held it rather than let it go. So I kind of allowed it to tighten up. So I'm thinking if I push it all the way to one side, it should come in and close the gap, I think. So what I might do is I might actually put some paper around this and test the different pressures. Like, depending on how I'm holding the mug and things. I'm going to call that the end of a studio vlog. I don't want to bore you with the trial and errors of this. I'm sure we're going to have lots of trial and error with these kind of things. It's a bit annoying that this hasn't gone right, and it's gutting that you're kind of wasting money and product at the same time. And I did have a bit of dust on this one, so I need to get some lint rollers to get rid of dust and things. But yeah, this is my first attempt at a mug. It didn't go 100% to plan, but you live and you learn. We keep trying. Yeah, thank you so much for watching this week's studio vlog. I wish you the loveliest day, and I will speak to you next week. Bye.